YouTube? In today's video, we got
This is a certified
Hood
hood classic.
Now, supposedly, XXXTentacion Killer has just been released from federal prison, and he's being protected by the state. So let's get straight to it, man.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS.
What's up?
It's Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on one of XXXTentacion's killers being released from Florida State Prison. One of the saddest deaths in hip-hop was that of rising superstar XXXTentacion. Gunned down at only 20 years old in a robbery turned homicide, his autopsy report would detail his painful death.
That's crazy, bro.
He was shot in the shoulder, the bullet piercing muscle, vessels, and his lung before settling in his chest. Another shot through his upper back at the base of his neck traveled down into his chest, and the fatal shot fired into the side of his neck, breaking a bone in his spine, breaking a rib, and destroying every muscle in between. He bled out eternally. The video of his murder, as well as him laying lifeless in his BMW, would be seen millions of times through social media. A family was shattered, his fans were devastated, and a son was left never being able to know his father. The killers bragged, posting pictures and videos with the $50,000 they'd taken from him.
Now, see, this is the one thing that disturbs me a lot, bro. Like, I never understood how somebody can pull off a crime, right? And then they go and post it on social media, taunt, and show off about some shit, how they took a person's life, bro. Like, that's not cool at all. Like, really think about it, bro. They left a kid fatherless off for 50 bands that you could have got off your ass and went to go get yourself, bro. Like, yes, they shouldn't have never even got out of prison, in my opinion. I'm gonna just
They'd
keep
be
it
arrested fast, sentenced one by one, and a Florida judge would deliver one of the coldest speeches, followed by a life sentence for the actual trigger man.
Mr. Boatwright. You turned a robbery into a murder. And on that day, when you stood there and fired that weapon, you didn't just end one life. You effectively ended 5 lives, including your own.
Man, hold on, fool. This is the fucked up thing about this situation, bro. He don't even give a fuck. Look at his body posture, his composure. He don't care that he took somebody's life, bro. He don't care that he took a family member from people that meant a lot, bro. Like, these are the type of people that needs to be held accountable and held in prison and not see the day of light ever again, bro. This shit fucked up.
Like I just said, you need to understand that when we say life in Florida State Prison, that means life.
He don't care. Look at him.
Necessarily without parole. Florida abolished parole. You know, as the song says, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. You will spend the rest of your life in prison. From here, you will go and be placed in a cell.
As he should.
That has a stainless steel slab that's attached to the wall. That's your bed. And next to it is a stainless steel sink and a stainless steel toilet. That's the furniture that you have in that cell. You'll spend every hour and every day and every week and every year of your life in that cell. And one day, they'll come and open up that cell in the morning and you'll have passed on. And only on that day will you have served your sentence.
Well, one of his killers has just been released from Florida State Prison, and it wasn't in a body bag, it was on probation. Robert Allen was one of 4 responsible for the killing. He can be seen on surveillance videos spotting the rapper inside of the motorsports store he was shopping at alongside his co-defendant Daedric Williams. Daedric would help plan the robbery, acting as the driver who blocked in X's car, preventing him from leaving the parking lot. Trayvon Newsom was one of the gunmen who approached X's vehicle, and Michael Boatwright was the shooter who killed X as Trayvon grabbed a bag of money as he was dying. While Robert Allen wasn't one of the two gunmen who confronted X, Florida law treats everyone involved in a violent felony as responsible, especially if someone is killed. Robert would be sentenced first, after pleading guilty to second-degree murder and robbery with a gun. Part of his plea deal was to cooperate and testify against his 3 co-defendants, which he did.
What do I tell y'all, brother? Like, I tell y'all, this street shit is not it, gang. Your homies are going to tell on you. I tell y'all this countless time again after again and again, bro. Like, this motherfucker should have never even got out of prison, bro, for killing X, bro. Like, all of them should have gotten life. I don't care how good they were in prison. Bro, at the end of the day, they took a human's life, and that's for anybody, unless you're defending yourself. If you're defending yourself, then yes, you should most definitely get off. But if you're not and you're robbing somebody for a bag of fucking money, like that's not gonna mean nothing when you're gone, gang, then yes, you shall get life in prison. You're supposed to get life.
Point him out and identify him in the courtroom as to who you're referring to that made some comments to you.
Look at him, tell him.
Yeah, we do some.
Who's that in 205?
I can pull up.
Who's in states 8, 5, 5?
Michael Boatwright and me.
It was sentencing day for Robert Allen, the 4th suspect in the robbery and murder of rapper XXXTENTACION, who confessed to his role and implicated the other 3 who were convicted.
Please forgive me, I'm so sorry.
Robert Allen, the 4th man involved in rapper XXXTENTACION's murder and robbery, spoke during his sentencing hearing Wednesday, saying he was sorry while asking the judge to spare his life.
Today I plead to the court for my own life and not to be sent to state prison, because that would be a destiny.
Last summer, Allen pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and testified for the state. Judge Michael Usen saying he's thought long and hard about Allen's sentence.
I do believe you are not the same person who I arraigned 5 years ago. I genuinely believe that you are sorry for what you have done and not merely sorry for yourself.
In exchange, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison with roughly 5 years credit for time in jail. So in all actuality, he'd only have to serve 2 years in prison. Because of the high-profile nature of this case, his locations would be filed in secrecy, meaning unlike every other inmate in Florida prisons, you could not find out what prison he was being held in. You couldn't find out his official entry date, and you can't actually know his official release.
Because they was gonna get him.
Robert Allen was now being protected by the state of Florida as a high-value witness.
Why are they protecting him for some shit that he did to a high-profile man that was generating revenue for these big-ass CEO companies? Like, really think about this shit. How the fuck do you get 2 years for robbing somebody for $50,000, posting it on Instagram, and then, bro, I just don't understand. Rest in peace, X, man.
But it wasn't
what?
just 7 years he was sentenced to. It was a split sentence. 7 years in, with 20 to be served on probation, totaling out to 27 years under state control. Filings within the Broward County courts would show Robert was also granted permission for interstate travel, as he was now working towards getting his CDL and driving trucks across the country. As for the other convicted killers, all 3 took the case to trial, and all 3 were sentenced to die within Florida State Prison by means of a life sentence. They flaunted what was stolen, and the trigger man would even go as far as dissing X and his son from inside of prison, leading to fans contacting the facility and getting him placed in confinement. It's likely all 3 of these men will die inside of cages and concrete walls, while Robert Allen will remain protected by the state for the next 20 years as he moves on with his life. Now, there's a lot of ways to feel
cycle,
about this. This is a clear-cut situation of somebody cooperating, someone essentially snitching, and it works out for them. He got minimal time. The majority of his time was spent in the county jail. Minimal prison time. He's on 20 years of probation. I highly doubt that this kid's gonna violate in any way. And he's free. becoming a truck driver. He's gonna be driving all over the US. With that type of job, he's not gonna be on social media. He's not gonna be seen. He's not gonna run into X fans. People are gonna feel a lot of ways that he shouldn't have the freedom he has.
At all.
But at the same time, he was a major component in putting away the other 3 people. The main one, Michael Boatwright, who fired the shots. I don't think any of them intended for this to be a homicide. But this dude was just a loose cannon, and you can tell by the way he was dissing X and his son from inside of prison, he's just fried.
Bro, one thing I do want to say is this, right? To all the robbers out there, whatever you choose to do to make your money, cool, that's on you, gang. But what I will say is, if you're going to rob somebody who worked very hard for what they earned in life and you think they're not going to fight for what they want, bro, come on, fool. You going to kill them for that? Because they're fighting for what they worked hard for and they built from the ground up? Like, you're very fucked up in the brain if you think somebody just gonna give up some shit that they worked for, gang. Like let's be real here. And especially you really fucked up for trying to take something from somebody that you couldn't get off your ass and go get yourself, bro.
But the way they flaunted the money after knowing he was killed shows the same level of no remorse.
No, they heartless, bro.
X was a rising superstar. This kid would have went far in life.
Most definitely.
And they killed him as he was shopping for whatever, jet skis, motorcycles, who knows, $50,000. They killed him. They didn't even get to spend the money. They just took pictures with the money. And now they have life sentences. And
with some idiots.
This was major when it happened. This hit home to a lot of people, even people that weren't fans. He got killed where he was from. He was from Broward County. And that's exactly where he got killed at. And he wasn't a street rapper. He wasn't a gangster rapper. He wasn't a shooter.
Hey, that's why they always say, bro, when you get money and you start leveling up in life, move out of your city, move out your hometown. Yeah, you might miss your family, your friends, but I'm telling you, those be the ones that's going to plot against you. And they might not even be the ones to do it personally. They might get somebody else to do it so they can split the bread or whatever type of evil demonic shit they on, bro. So at the end of the day, man, y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Learn from this situation, bro. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.